So, let's begin its review. This is a book written by Roald Dahl and illustrated by Quentin Blake. The Witches. Let me introduce you to its writer. You might be knowing him very, very well. So, let's start. Roald Dahl was a spy, ace fighter pilot, chocolate historian, and magical inventor. He was also the author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda the BFG, and many more brilliant stories. This is very true about him. He remains the world's number one storyteller, very true. And Quentin Blake was one of his very, very favorite illustrator, and most of his books, almost all, are illustrated by him only. So, Quentin Blake has illustrated more than 300 books and was Roald Dahl's favorite illustrator. In 1980, he won the prestigious Kate Greenaway Medal. In 1999, he became the first ever children's laureate, and in 2013, he was knighted for services to illustration. So, let's start its review. In the story, as you can see, here is a boy who lives with his grandmother. His father and mother died when they were riding in the car, and their car skidded in the mountain and they fall, but he survived. So afterwards he used to live with his grandmother, and his grandmother was very well known. She was well known because she had much knowledge about witches. She was a witch list are persons who know much more about witches and have done courses about that. Isn't this too amazing? And the grandmother used to tell him all the stories about the witches. And the queen of all the witches, the Grand High Witch, as it's drawn here also, she's carrying this little boy, but he doesn't get scared. Sorry. So, here there are many chapters in this books. Here are the chapters: a note about witches, my grandmother, and all of these. The main review of the story I want to give is this book is very nice book. It's not horror or like much horrible at all. It's very friendly for our children, and all can read it of any age groups and would really enjoy reading it. It's a story about a boy who, with his grandmother, goes on summer vacations, and when in a hotel he stays, he realizes he suspects some women as the witches. So the witches do meeting in this book. They really do meetings also. So when the witches were doing meeting in the great hall, he was teaching his mouse some training and giving them some training. And when he realized some women are coming in, he hid somewhere. And when he hid somewhere, he saw they were carrying a boy with him. So the main aim of the witches were to disappear all the kids from the world. They hated them. So they made a formula 86 delayed mouse maker. It's mentioned here. Here it is. In this chapter we will get to know about that. So they do so, and whenever they give it to some kid and the kid eats it, he or she turns into a mouse, a very small mouse, who would be killed by mouse trap by their own parents or their teachers. This is so horrible, isn't it? But it's very, very, very nice. It's not horrifying at all, but okay, fine. So this is all thing that happens in the book, and this boy also turns into a mouse, but he never minds about that. It doesn't matter even to his grandmother also. She says that it doesn't matter how you look from outside, but a love is something that is always in our heart, and this is very true about this book, that changing our appearance doesn't matter, that we are not loved anymore. So this is all what happens in the book, and at last the boy kills this Grand High Witch. But one thing is true, that when one Grand High Witch is replaced, there's another Grand High Witch to take her place. But still, the mouse and his grandmother, with the help of the formula only, starts disappearing all the witches by making them mouse, and that's all things happen in this book, and very, very nice, very comedy book. So here, as you can see, let me show you this back page. Here it's written, one child a week is 52 a year. Squish them and squiggle them and make them disappear. This means that they kidnap or they disappear one child in a week. That means 52 in a year. She's saying, squish and squiggle them and make them disappear. This is you can buy this book in Amazon in 200 or 300 rupees prices, and would really love this. It has in total, this book have 199 pages, and in backside there is a little part of George's marvelous medicine. So hope you guys liked my review and would really like to read or would really try to read the witch's book. I recommend to read it. It's a fat book also. It's a very thick book that will really make you look smarter that you read these types of books. Okay, thank you guys, and keep watching my videos for more and more book reviews, French corners, blah and blah and blah. Thank you guys.